All right, so the story right here is called Stormy Passion from the Work, the Completion, the Revelation by Robert Smith III. Waves rip throughout the earth at the thought of one name. My one and only brother, Jesus Christ, to the earth he came, setting all things straight, so the world would know all things about the true life and all things they needed to know. For he was God, as the Word became flesh. His spirit reigned on earth, surpassing all tests. He went to the lower class, middle class, and upper class to share the gospel of the living God, to change the world so all could grasp the plan of which God had ordered or had ordained for all. He truly changed the world and gave us his all. Those that listen to Jesus and those that listen now carried carried the torch that Jesus carried after he showed them how. You see, Jesus simply led by example, and all those that followed him saw a stormy passion by learning to walk with him. Walking with Jesus is an experience that many should learn, even though the fun of this world can cause us to take a wrong turn. But we yearn for truth at some time. Something has got to be real instead of imaginary all the time. People live fantasies to pass time, but life always shows its true colors. There is no escape from it. So we must learn to discover how to get along with each other and love one another too. Jesus speaks to us, but those who listen are a chosen few. If Jesus were here today, he would tell us to abide in the laws. The Ten Commandments from the Father are simply just two laws. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, and love God with your whole heart, mind, and soul, everything that you are within yourself. It is that easy to change the world, but people do not listen every time. For we humans make mistakes, but Jesus was perfect every time. Now that's what I call stormy passion. Wouldn't you agree? Every time Jesus showed up, he made sure that God was seen. There was nothing that he could not do. He was and still is the best prophet of God that the world ever knew. There's nothing like it. There is nothing like it. No, there's no one like him. A man completely in God's likeness, who completely walked with him. Now we tell the gospel, the story of Jesus Christ, for his story offers hope, the story of his life, how he never backed away from a struggle and always carried on in adversity. No matter what the conditions were, Jesus showed a countenance of peace, for his spirit was on a higher plane, one that is rarely seen. All that was evil in this world at his time was placed beneath his feet. Even on the cross, death could not defeat Jesus, for he arose 3 days later. There is no one like Jesus, is what the people believe. Everywhere after he arose and ascended. And now, 2,000 years later, we still tell the stories as if time was suspended. So, though I may struggle, may Jesus always carry my burdens, for it is his story I attest to, and of this I am truly certain. The story right there is called Stormy Passion from the Work, the Completion, the Revelation by Robert Smith III.